Software development is, well, a complex endeavor. It involves numerous uncertainties, and these uncertainties, if not managed, can really escalate into risks, potentially jeopardizing the entire project. Risk management, therefore, becomes a critical discipline in software engineering. It's about identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential threats to a project's success. This proactive approach helps ensure that projects are delivered on time, within budget, and meet the specified requirements. You see, effective risk management isn't just about avoiding failures, it's about fostering an environment of informed decision-making. By anticipating potential problems early on, project managers can make adjustments to the project plan, allocate resources more efficiently, and ultimately, increase the likelihood of achieving the desired outcomes. In essence, risk management is all about taking control of the unknowns and transforming them into manageable challenges. Imagine, for a moment, a software project without any risk management. It's a scenario that might seem unlikely, but it happens more often than you'd think. Teams dive into development with enthusiasm, focusing on features and deadlines, but without a clear plan to address potential risks, they're setting themselves up for trouble. It would be like sailing a ship without a rudder, where every wave and gust of wind could send you off course. Without a clear direction, even the best efforts can lead to chaos. Or imagine trying to navigate a sprawling city without a map or GPS. You might eventually reach your destination, but not without unnecessary detours, wasted time, and frustration. Risk management acts as that guiding map, helping teams stay on track. Risks, if left unaddressed, can quickly derail a project. They can lead to cost overruns, missed deadlines, and in the worst cases, complete project failure. The ripple effects of such failures can be devastating, impacting team morale, client trust, and even the organization's reputation. The consequences extend far beyond the development team. End users may face delays or subpar products, while executives grapple with financial losses and strategic setbacks. It's a chain reaction that underscores the critical need for proactive risk management. But here's the thing. Effective risk management isn't just about preventing negative outcomes. It's also about identifying opportunities. By understanding potential risks, teams can pivot and adapt, turning challenges into chances for innovation and growth. By identifying and assessing potential risks, project managers can spot areas where they can take calculated risks. These calculated risks often lead to breakthroughs, enabling teams to deliver greater value to stakeholders and stay ahead of the competition. In today's competitive software development landscape, risk management provides a crucial edge. It's not just about avoiding pitfalls, it's about leveraging insights to create a competitive advantage. With a robust risk management strategy, teams can navigate uncertainty, celebrate milestones, and achieve sustainable success. It's the foundation for building resilient projects and thriving in an ever-changing industry. Software risks, broadly speaking, can be categorized into three main types. These categories help us understand the different dimensions of risk that can impact a project, providing a structured way to identify and address potential challenges. Technical, business, and managerial. Let's break them down to see how each plays a role in the success or failure of a software project. Technical risks relate to the technical aspects of the project. Things like the complexity of the software being developed, the technologies being used, and the potential for unforeseen technical challenges. For instance, adopting a new, untested technology might seem innovative, but could introduce significant risks if it fails to perform as expected. Additionally, the skills and experience of the development team play a critical role. A team lacking expertise in a chosen technology stack may struggle to deliver a high-quality product, leading to delays or even project failure. Business risks, on the other hand, are tied to the business context of the project. These risks often stem from external factors that are beyond the control of the development team, but can significantly influence the project's outcome. This includes factors like market demand, which can shift unexpectedly, leaving a product irrelevant or unprofitable. For example, a sudden change in consumer preferences or the emergence of a disruptive competitor can derail even the most well-planned projects. Competition is another critical factor. If a rival company releases a similar product with better features or pricing, it can significantly impact the success of your project. Funding, too, is a major concern. Insufficient financial resources can halt progress or force compromises in quality. Now, managerial risks stem from the management of the project itself. These risks are often internal and can arise from how the project is planned, executed, and monitored. Poor communication within the team can lead to misunderstandings and errors. Inadequate planning might result in missed deadlines or overlooked requirements, and poor resource allocation, whether it's time, budget, or personnel, can cripple a project's progress. Understanding these different categories of risks is honestly crucial for effective risk management. It's not just about identifying risks, but also about prioritizing them based on their potential impact and likelihood. This allows project managers to focus their efforts on the areas that pose the greatest threat to the project's success. Tools like risk heat maps and prioritization frameworks can be invaluable in this process. By addressing each category of risk systematically, teams can create a more robust and resilient project plan. This not only increases the chances of success but also builds confidence among stakeholders, ensuring that the project delivers value and meets its objectives. Section 4. Understanding technical risks. In the world of software development, technical risks are an inevitable part of the process. They can arise at any stage of a project and, if not managed properly, can have significant consequences. But what exactly are technical risks and why do they matter so much? Let's dive in. Technical risks are, well, pretty much inherent in software development. They encompass a wide range of challenges, from uncertainties in technology to integration issues and even the accumulation of technical debt. These risks can impact timelines, budgets, and the overall success of a project. One common technical risk is technology uncertainty. With new technologies emerging constantly, teams often face the challenge of deciding which tools, frameworks, or platforms to adopt. While innovation can be exciting, it also comes with the risk of choosing a technology that may not be mature enough or well-suited for the project's needs. New technologies are emerging constantly, and choosing the wrong one can lead to all sorts of issues: project delays, performance problems, or, worst-case scenario, even project failure. It's not just about picking the latest trend, it's about evaluating whether the technology aligns with the project's goals and long-term vision. Another technical risk to consider is integration challenges. Modern software projects rarely exist in isolation. They often involve connecting multiple systems, APIs, and components, each with its own quirks and limitations. Software projects often involve bringing together different systems and components, and making sure everything works seamlessly can be, honestly, a pretty complex and risky endeavor. Integration issues can lead to unexpected bugs, data inconsistencies, or even system failures if not handled carefully. And then there's technical debt. This is a term that developers know all too well. It's the cost of prioritizing speed over quality during development, often by taking shortcuts or implementing quick fixes. This refers to the implied cost of rework that comes from taking shortcuts during development. While it might seem like a good idea to cut corners to meet deadlines, technical debt can accumulate over time, making future updates and maintenance increasingly difficult and expensive. Over time, it can really add up and have a major impact on the project's long-term maintainability and scalability. Addressing technical risks? It's not just about fixing problems as they arise. It requires a proactive approach, starting with identifying potential risks early in the project lifecycle. Well, that takes careful planning, thorough technology evaluation, and a strong focus on code quality and maintainability. Teams need to foster a culture of collaboration, where developers, architects, and stakeholders work together to anticipate challenges and create robust solutions. By doing so, they can not only mitigate risks, but also set the stage for a successful and sustainable project. Section 5. Navigating business risks. Business risks can, without a doubt, have a significant impact on a software project's success. Market volatility is one of the big ones. Customer preferences and market trends can shift rapidly, and that could make a software product obsolete before it even gets launched. Competitive pressure is another tricky factor. Rival companies might release similar products or features, and that forces development teams to adapt quickly just to stay ahead of the game. And then there are funding constraints. Inadequate funding can lead to resource limitations, compromised quality, and, unfortunately, even project failure. Managing business risks effectively, that involves conducting thorough market research, keeping a close eye on competitor activities, and securing stable funding sources. Section 6. Addressing managerial risks. Managerial risks, they're often overlooked, but they can be just as damaging as technical or business risks. For example, communication breakdowns within the development team, or between the team and stakeholders, can lead to misunderstandings, errors, and project delays. Inadequate planning is another big issue. Things like poorly defined requirements or unrealistic schedules can set a project up for failure right from the start. And let's not forget about poor resource allocation, assigning tasks to team members who don't have the necessary skills or experience. That can lead to inefficiencies and honestly a lot of rework. Mitigating managerial risks really comes down to establishing clear communication channels, developing a solid project plan, and making sure resources are allocated in a way that aligns with skills and expertise.